Hello, this is Dr. Hassan Abdullah with the course Analysis of Algorithms. And the topic which we are covering is Advanced Algorithms, which is the 12th topic in the course outline topic list. And the subtopic is Randomized Algorithms. So, this video lecture is supplemented by the material available at www.easymcq.com/Gogot. This basically is a personalized learning management system. And what is personalized here is that you can personalize the required level of learning. So you don't have to follow a certain order. And of course, you can personalize based upon the keyword search, which could be by preserving the order of the keywords or the free order of the keywords. So you are not restricted to a specific order. And how you do that, that's shown in this video number 3. And how you set the difficulty level, that's shown in video number 1. You can also personalize how the questions and their corresponding answers appear. That is personalizing the interface. How you do that, that is shown in video number 4. And you can also have personalized exams for self-assessment, which are tested online, which are graded online, and provide you an analysis. How you do that, that is shown in video number 5. So where are those videos? So these videos are available at this portal website, or the Learning Management Personalized Learning Management website. And they are also available on my YouTube channel. You go there and type my name, Dr. Hassan Abdullah. And they're also available on Canvas. So let's move on to the topic list. So these are the topics which are covered in this course, and the topic right now which we are covering in this lecture is the 12th topic, which is advanced algorithms, and the subtopic is randomized algorithms. So now let's move on to the supplemental website. So we are at the supplemental website. Let me clear this for you. So we are at the supplemental website, and as I said that these are the videos available here. So if I click here, right, so I see, or you can see the videos which are of the analysis of algorithms. This is the first video, this is the second video, and so on, right? So these videos are available here. So now let's move on to the topics of our interest. So we go to the analysis of algorithms, and we go to the topic of our interest, which is the last topic, advanced algorithms. So in advanced algorithms, we start with why we need randomized algorithms, which is the subtopic of this lecture. So why we need randomized algorithms? Because they are suited well for large problems, because their time complexity is less. Simplicity in design, they are not very complicated to design, fairly simple. Probabilistic guarantees are there that how well or how close to the good solution they are going to perform. And they are basically probabilistic, obviously. Handling uncertainty, because there's uncertainty in the data also, there could be uncertainty in the problem itself. So these uncertainties are handled probabilistically, and they provide better performance because they are not going towards the worst case scenario, which they avoid. And they are highly scalable because of the low time complexity, and they work across different domains, versatility across domains such as machine learning. So probabilistic guarantees are there are probabilistic guarantees for performance rather than strict deterministic outcomes. They are not deterministic, right? And they handle uncertainty when the data is incomplete, the data is noisy, and they don't require precise data to function properly. So they are more pragmatic in this sense. And the performance is better, its performance is improved, okay, as compared to deterministic algorithms, and they avoid the worst case scenario. Basically, they bypass that worst case scenario, bypass it, because those deterministic algorithm becomes inefficient for certain inputs. Okay, randomized algorithms avoid bogged down by those edge cases. Why? Because of that randomness, they tend to be able to escape the local optima. So that prevents the worst case time complexity also to a certain extent. And they are scalable. Why? Because they have the time complexity is low. So what are actually randomized algorithms? So first we were looking at why we need randomized algorithms. Okay, this was why we need randomized algorithms. And now we are looking at what are randomized algorithms. So what is a randomized algorithm? It uses random numbers during their execution. They make use of random numbers, okay, and why those random numbers are used, or how they are used to make decisions, to make choices, okay. For example, for quicksort is a randomized algorithm. So the randomness in picking of the pivot, right? So they basically, what is achieved by this randomization is speeding up of the solution or simplifying the design of the algorithm, so which makes the coding simple to do, simple to maintain, and simple to improve. And this performance, their correctness is based upon expected performance. They are not linked to the worst case, classical worst case scenario. And they may provide exact solution or approximate solutions, right? Of course, there's a cost of exact solution, high time complexity. And we are not saying that it's a heuristic. Approximate solution means that we know how good or bad it is as with reference to the optimal solution. So there are main two types of randomized algorithms. One is called as the Las Vegas algorithm, and other one is called as the Monte Carlo algorithm. So how do they differ? Is the Las Vegas algorithm always provide and produce the correct result, but may have variable runtime. For example, quicksort. Okay. Monte Carlo algorithms, okay, may produce incorrect results with certain small probability, but always run in predictable time. You know that quicksort worst case is order n square and average case is order n log n. So basically, these two types are commonly used. Okay, why and when they're used, when the deterministic algorithms are too slow or they're complex. Remember, these are not heuristic. Okay, so how do we compare randomized algorithms with deterministic algorithm? That is very clearly shown in this diagram. So in a deterministic algorithm, we have an input, we have the algorithm, and we have the output. Okay, that is true for randomized algorithm also, but there is a random input also. The random number is also here. Okay. So because of this randomness, they provide faster solutions, okay, and of course they work with large or unknown solution spaces also because of this randomness. All right. So let's talk more about it. So what are the Las Vegas algorithms? Okay, and I'll give you examples also. So Las Vegas algorithms provide randomness, okay, and but at there's no cost of low quality result. The result is always correct, but the cost is the running time can vary. Okay. Why? Because of the choice of the randomness. As I gave you the example of quicksort, the average case is order n log n, but the worst case is order n square. So this randomness does not affect the correctness, but it does affect the computation time. And the Monte Carlo algorithms are the logical converse, right? Because they may produce incorrect results, but the time is deterministic. So the characteristics of algorithm is their deterministic correctness. So always give the correct answer. Okay. But stochastic runtime, but the runtime is not fixed. Okay, so what happens is that the random decisions during the execution, okay, they can affect the time, the overall time to produce the correct answer, right? And that is irrespective of the randomness. Whatever is the answer is the output is guaranteed to be the correct. However, the expected time has to be analyzed probabilistically. Okay, and therefore they are kind of unpredictable in terms of how long it would take, right? Okay, so examples of random algorithms are a quicksort, which I have discussed a lot. Other example is randomized search tree used for nearest neighbor searches. Nearest neighbor searches is what is called as lazy learning in the context of machine learning. This is not true machine learning. Okay, so what are the advantages of Las Vegas algorithms? Guarantee of the correctness. Okay, which therefore they are reliable. Okay, for example, problems with precise solution requirement, and they on average they perform better than deterministic algorithms tend to be. Okay, for large scale problems. Why? Because of the low time complexity, and of course their time complexity is unpredictable. For example, what is the conclusion? The outcome is that for certain problems they can be much faster. Okay, but for certain they could be slow. Okay, how depending upon the problem instance, you are not changing the problem. So what are the challenges in Las Vegas algorithms? The challenges are runtime is unpredictable, that I mentioned number of times. Okay, so the time to find a solution can vary. Okay, so they lack consistent performance in terms of time, right? So we want the expected time to be reasonable, right, for the input size. All right, so logically, if you are looking for a solution, so the randomized algorithm in the for specifically for Las Vegas algorithm. So this is the solution space. Say for example, analogy. So it is going to find the answer within this space. sometimes here, sometimes here, sometimes, but it will never go out of it. So this is the space of correct answers. So it will always remain within this correct space. It will never go out. Okay. So that is the case for Monte Carlo algorithm, which I will just explain to you right now. So what are Monte Carlo algorithms? Okay. So they are another class of randomized algorithms. All right. Where deterministic solutions, and why they are used, because where the deterministic solutions might be too slow. Too slow, have a very high complexity, time complexity, and infeasible because of the scalability issues. However, the issue is that they may produce incorrect result, but the probability is small. Okay. So they guarantee a solution in a fixed time. The time complexity is deterministic, but the answer might be wrong. Answer might be wrong. So when are they acceptable? They are acceptable when we are happy with an approximate answer. Is acceptable. And faster execution is more important than exact. So it is not that something is forced upon us. It is our choice that we are happy with an incorrect solution with a low probability, but should get the result very quickly. Okay. So to give you an example, okay, I'll move to the example later. So what are the characteristics of Monte Carlo algorithms? Okay, Monte Carlo algorithms, they are probabilistically correct. Okay, probabilistically correct. So it means they are not exactly correct. So they are guaranteed to run in predictable time, but the correctness is probabilistic. May sometimes return an incorrect answer. Okay, but however, there are different ways of reducing that incorrectness by running these algorithms multiple times or adjusting certain parameters. And their application domain is not limited. They can be used for optimization, for numerical simulations, and so on. Where quick results are required quickly, that is more important as compared to exactness, right? So this is our choice, that we want quick answers, but we are happy with and we are comfortable with exactness, lack of exactness, to be very precise. So well-known example of Monte Carlo algorithm is the Miller-Rabin primality test. What is that test? We are looking for a prime number by random test. Okay. Another example is a Monte Carlo algorithm for estimating the value of pi and by random sampling. Okay, right, and counting how many fall inside a quarter circle. So that gives approximate solutions with high probability, so that we know that how good or bad our solution is going to be. So what are the advantages of Monte Carlo algorithms? Is that where obtaining an exact answer is computationally expensive. Okay, and approximate answer is sufficient. So why we are happy, why we settle for approximate answer? Because the time to get the correct answer is very, very resource intensive. So and of course that answer is delivered with a controlled probability of error, right? So they are good for large problems, which are complex problems, and poorly understood solution spaces. All right. So randomness helps over there, and it avoids the pitfalls of local optima. So what are the challenges in Monte Carlo algorithms? Okay, the challenges are ensuring that the probability of error is small error. Okay, and the performance and accuracy of these algorithms depend heavily on how many random samples are taken. So you see that if you start increasing the number of samples taken, the quality of the result would improve, but that would defeat the purpose of a quick answer. So they try to offer fast solutions, all right, and of course that approximation may not always meet the required precision. All right. So this is what I was trying to show you earlier. So we see that for randomized algorithms for Monte Carlo algorithms. So this is the calculating the value of pi. So this green dots, these are the correct values, and we can see that with a high probability. All right. So the correct value of pi is determined, right, with the green points, and the red ones are quite infrequent. They are infrequent. So that completes. So of course, we can have a complete lecture on randomized algorithms, maybe two lectures, but that's part of another course. All right. So let's move on to approximation algorithms. So why we need approximation algorithms? We need approximation algorithms because there are many problems which are of practical utility, such as the traveling salesperson problem, and that is NP hard problem, and it is not possible, right, to come up with correct answer for reasonably sized traveling salesperson problem. Therefore, we use approximation algorithms, right? We don't have a choice because it provides feasible solutions within a reasonable amount of time, not days and months, maybe minutes, even less. Then there's some optimization problems. So one is the interactability. Then we have the graph coloring problem or the maximum independent set problem, which involve very large solution space and requires very numerous solutions. So what the approximation algorithms do, they focus on finding a near optimal solution. Okay, by what? By sacrificing the exactness for the speed. So the exactness is reduced, okay, and the speed is also reduced. So these complex problems can be handled in reasonable time frame. So another example of the approximation algorithm is the practical time constraints. Okay, why? Because we need the answer to be available quickly. So approximation algorithms are necessary because they produce good enough solutions within a limited amount of time. And there's a trade-off between accuracy and computational time. So what I mentioned earlier about the maximum independent set, so you can see for this graph has 6 independent sets and 2 are max. So which are the independent sets? The vertices which are not adjacent to each other. So this is an independent set. These red colored. So the size is 2. The size is 2. This is also an independent set. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the maximum independent set because they have 4 vertices. So that's all for this topic. Thank you.